Welcome back to the Garifuna Experience podcast. I'm your host, José Francisco Ávila. Did you know that New York City and state have the first and only Garifuna Heritage Month in the world? In a previous episode, we delved into the intriguing Garifuna paradox. Today, we turn our attention to an integral part of resolving that paradox, a cornerstone of our larger vision of a destination brand and a vibrant declaration of our identity, Garifuna Heritage Month. How do we safeguard a living culture that is constantly evolving without reducing it to a museum piece or trivializing its profound depth? As UNESCO reminds us, safeguarding intangible cultural heritage is fundamentally about transferring of knowledge, skills, and meaning from one generation to another. It's about ensuring the stories, the rhythms, and the wisdom continue to be transmitted and lived. And that, my friends, is precisely what Garifuna Heritage Month achieves. So when do we celebrate this powerful observance? This annual celebration, brimming with pride and cultural richness, runs from March 11th to April the 12th. And I'm proud to say it has been celebrated right here in New York City for the past 17 years. A testament to our community's dedication and resilience. Garifuna Heritage Month is far more than just a series of events. It is a profound declaration, a resonant affirmation of our identity. What does Garifuna Heritage Month celebrate? It celebrates our unique Garifuna heritage, our vibrant culture, and the invaluable contributions we proudly bring to the diverse tapestry of New York City and the entire state. Why does Garifuna Heritage Month begin on March 11th? To coincide with the most pivotal and solemn historical dates for the Garifuna diaspora. At its core, this observance commemorates a moment of immense hardship and incredible resilience, the anniversary of the British Empire's forcible deportation of the Garifuna people from our ancestral homeland in St. Vincent, Urume, on March 11, 1797, and our subsequent resilient settlement in Central America, culminating on April 12, 1797. It reminds us that there is one people, the Garifuna people, that came from the same place, Urume, that made the same trip on the same British ships. Full disclosure, I stopped using the word exile after attending the first regional reparations conference held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines from September 15th through the 17th, 2013, where I received a document titled Preliminary Notes on the Quantification of Reparation from the British for the Lands Stolen, for Genocide, and forcible deportation of the Garifuna people, and for enslavement of Africans in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, by Dr. Honorable Ralph E. Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. After reading the document, I researched the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court's definition of crimes against humanity, which is a prerequisite for reparations. It does not include exile, but does include forced transfer or forced deportation. Therefore, I started using it in my writings. Now, let me elaborate on the profound significance of those dates. March 11 is a truly pivotal date in Garifuna history. On this day in 1797, a staggering 2,248 Garifuna ancestors were forcibly deported, crammed aboard 10 British ships, beginning a harrowing 33-day voyage across the Caribbean. The brutal conditions on this forced journey resulted in the tragic death of 222 ancestors before they even reached their destination. This event remains a solemn and visceral reminder of the incredible endurance and resistance of the Garifuna people. We say, never forget. But the month encapsulates more than just one moment of hardship. It weaves together other crucial historical threads. March 14, as we learn on episode 2, marks the anniversary of the death of the Right Excellent Joseph Chatouillet, our paramount Garifuna chief, who fell on March 14, 1795, defending our homeland, Yurume. This date is rightly designated National Heroes Day, a public holiday in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Yurume, the very homeland of the Garifuna people. We also remember March 17th, which marks the anniversary of the tragic death of Aurelio Martinez Suazo, a renowned Honduran musician and cultural ambassador of the Garifuna community, who perished on a plane accident. And closer to home, here in New York City, March 25th marks the solemn anniversary of the tragic fire at the Happy Land Social Club on March 25th, 1990. Where 87 men and women lost their lives, the overwhelming majority of them of Garifuna descent, a wound that still echoes deeply within our community. As the month progresses, we acknowledge April 11th, the anniversary of the death of Celio Alvarez Casildo, a brave Garifuna human rights activist recognized as one of the most influential contemporary African diaspora leaders. Finally, April 12th marks the powerful anniversary of the Garifuna people's arrival and resilient settlement in Honduras, when 2,026 Garifuna ancestors disembarked from those British ships on the island of Roatan in 1797, beginning a new chapter of our history. There they settled the historic town of Punta Gorda, which holds the distinction of being the island's oldest permanent settlement, as well as the first Garifuna community established in Central America. This is also the site of the only existing statue of Joseph Chatouillet, the paramount chief of the Garifuna people in the diaspora. All Garifuna people descend from these 2,026 Garifuna ancestors, the people that came from the same place, Yurume, that made the same trip on the same British ships, the Garifuna people. From Roatan, the ancestors dispersed to mainland Honduras, and from there, Garifuna ancestors traveling from Honduras settled what became the present Garifuna diaspora along the Atlantic coast of Central America in Belize, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. The seeds of this transformative annual celebration were truly planted in 2008. It was then that the Garifuna Coalition USA Inc. spearheaded a groundbreaking initiative, submitting a precisely crafted proposal to Bronx Borough President Adolfo Carrion Jr. The request was clear, concise, and visionary. A formal proclamation designating March 11 to April the 12th of each year as Garifuna American Heritage Month, commencing in 2009. This was not just a step, it was a monumental leap forward, laying the foundation for official recognition of our people's enduring legacy. Following that initial hard-won success, the momentum continued to build with unstoppable force. Since 2010, we have been honored to receive official proclamations from successive New York State governors. First, David Paterson, then Andrew M. Cuomo, and now Governor Kathy Hochul. These statewide proclamations formally designate March 11th to April 12th as Garifuna American Heritage Month across the entire state of New York. This widespread recognition clearly underscores the significant and growing presence and the undeniable impact of the Garifuna community within the state. While precise numbers can be challenging to pinpoint, estimates suggest that 250,000 Garifuna people reside in New York City alone, making it the largest Garifuna population outside of Central America and a vital cultural and economic force. The call for recognition even reached the halls of Congress. On April 10, 2014, Congressman José Serrano presented a heartfelt tribute to Garifuna American Heritage Month in the House of Representatives. I want to share a piece of his powerful words. Mr. Speaker, it is with great honor that I rise today to recognize the 217th anniversary of the forcible transfer of the Garifuna people from St. Vincent to Central America, which is to be observed on April 12, 2014. Each year, this day serves as an important reminder of the rich history and heritage that is an intrinsic part of this community and of the history of the United States. This commemoration is the culmination of Garifuna American Heritage Month, which celebrates the important and unique contributions of the Garifuna community to my home borough of the Bronx, to New York City, and to our nation. Congressman Serrano continued, Mr. Speaker, Garifuna American Heritage Month celebrates the unique cultural contributions and ethnic pride this community has provided to the melting pot that is New York City. I am confident that this month will continue to exist as an important cultural landmark celebration for many years to come. I hope my colleagues will join me in recognizing the significance of Garifuna American Heritage Month in the history of the Garifuna people and in recognizing their contributions to New York City and to our nation. His words resonated with the core of our efforts. Congressman Serrano retired from Congress in 2021. And the recognition continues to ascend, painting a clearer picture of our place on the national stage. More recently, on April 6, 2022, New York Representative Richie Torres, who replaced Congressman Serrano, introduced House Resolution 1042 in the 117th Congress. This resolution sought to establish a national Garifuna Immigrant Heritage Month in April, celebrating the significant contributions of Americans of Garifuna immigrant heritage who have enriched the history of the nation. However, as historian Carter G. Woodson reminded us when he launched Black History Month. If a race has no history, it has no worthwhile tradition. It becomes a negligible factor in the thought of the world, and it stands in danger of being exterminated. This powerful sentiment underscores the paramount importance of historical accuracy in such designations. While we deeply appreciate the spirit of recognition, the proposed April timeframe in that resolution and subsequently in the updated House Resolution 288 introduced on April 1st, 2025 by New York City Representative Richie Torres still presents a key challenge. This proposed month of April, unfortunately, remains disconnected from the absolutely pivotal historical dates of March 11 to April the 12th, the true cornerstone period in Garifuna history that commemorates our forced deportation from our homeland and resilient arrival in Honduras and subsequent dispersal to Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. This oversight means that the national recognition doesn't yet fully resonate with the historical depth and traditional commemoration of our people. Despite the ongoing challenge regarding the exact dates, there is a crucial victory to acknowledge. The House of Representatives itself explicitly recognizes that the celebration of Garifuna Heritage Month began right here in New York City in 2009 and was formally recognized in the state of New York since 2010. This incredible achievement is the direct result of the tireless and dedicated efforts of our community leaders, the very people listening to this podcast who have relentlessly advocated for this recognition. It is their unwavering commitment that culminated in the month of April becoming a dedicated time to honor, celebrate Garifuna culture, history, and contributions in our state, paving the way for farther and hopefully more historically precise national recognition. The central theme guiding Garifuna Heritage Month is Lida Abba, which in our beautiful and melodic Garifuna language means together. This theme powerfully emphasizes unity, collective strength, and the shared celebration of Garifuna heritage and culture. Throughout the month, we are committed to unifying the diverse aspects of the Garifuna experience through a rich array of programming, fostering vital cultural exchange and building bridges across communities. The Lida Abba theme also reflects a broader, crucial goal, reinforcing the Garifuna community's inherent resilience in the face of contemporary challenges. By drawing on the collective strength, wisdom, and creativity of the Garifuna people, the month not only proudly showcases our profound cultural contributions, but also stimulates vital dialogue about pressing issues that affect our community. For instance, Garifuna Heritage Month events often highlight important issues like cultural preservation for youth, economic empowerment initiatives within our community, and the ongoing advocacy for human rights. In essence, Garifuna Heritage Month acts as a powerful living bridge, connecting different generations, diverse backgrounds, in a shared, joyful celebration of Garifuna life and the extraordinary contributions of our diaspora. Ultimately, Garifuna Heritage Month is a living testament to our ongoing journey of prosperity, power, and progress, a celebration that enriches not just our community, but truly elevates and benefits the Garifuna diaspora as a whole. It's a time to reflect, to celebrate, and to look forward to the future we are actively shaping. And that wraps up another illuminating episode of the Garifuna Experience podcast. Today, we journeyed into the strategic vision behind Garifuna Heritage Month, exploring its deep historical roots, its vital significance, and how this powerful and poignant celebration truly showcases how Garifunas are driving prosperity, power, and progress in the heart of New York City. Thank you for listening, and remember, the future of the Garifuna people is in our hands, and we are driving it forward. Until next time, stay united, stay proud, Sungube Lida Aba. Ayo. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, rate, and review the Garifuna Experience podcast wherever you listen.